back to our channel. Today, we are discussing the scenario based interview question for AWS Solution Architect. You can download the complete list of scenario based questions from the link provided in the description. Let's understand the scenario first. You are tasked with designing a hybrid cloud architecture for a large enterprise that requires seamless integration between on premises data centers and AWS. The company wants to leverage the cloud for scalability and flexibility while maintaining certain workloads on premises due to regulatory constraints. The hybrid architecture should ensure secure communication, data consistency, and efficient resource utilization. Now, focus on the requirement. Our requirement here is establish secure communication between on premises data centers and AWS. Ensure data consistency across on premises and AWS environments. Optimize resource utilization by dynamically scaling workloads based on demand. Implement a disaster recovery solution for on premises workloads in AWS. As a AWS solution architect, how should you approach this? Here are the below components you should select. First, start with hybrid connectivity. Implement AWS Direct Connect or AWS VPN to establish a secure and dedicated connections between on-premises data centers and AWS. Use AWS Transit Gateway to simplify network connectivity and routing, scalability, and resource utilization. Leverage AWS Elastic Load Balancing for distributing incoming traffic across instances in both on premises and AWS environments. Utilize Amazon EC2 auto scaling to dynamically adjust the number of on premises and AWS instances based on demand. Data consistency. Implement AWS Data Migration Service for replicating on premises databases to AWS databases in near real time. Use AWS Storage Gateway for seamless integration between on premises and AWS storage resources. Disaster recovery. Establish a disaster recovery site in AWS for on premises workloads replicating critical data and applications. Utilize AWS Backup for centralized backup management and automated backup of on premises resources. Implement AWS Site to Site VPN or AWS Direct Connect for secure communication between on premises and AWS DR environments. Security. Use AWS Identity and Access Management for managing permissions and access control. Implement AWS Key Management Service for encryption of sensitive data at rest and in transit. Enforce security best practices for on premises resources and AWS instances. Monitoring and logging. Utilize Amazon CloudWatch for monitoring on premises and AWS resources, setting up alarms for critical metrics. Implement AWS CloudTrail for auditing API calls and changes to resources in both environments. Set up centralized logging using Amazon CloudWatch logs or integrate with a log management solution. Complaints ensure that the hybrid architecture complies with relevant regulatory requirements for on premises and cloud environments. Leverage AWS Artifact for accessing AWS complaints reports and certifications. Optimization use AWS Cost Explorer and AWS Trusted Advisor to analyze and optimize costs for both on premises and AWS resources. Implement AWS Systems Manager for centralized management and automation of on premises and AWS instances. This hybrid cloud architecture provides a seamless integration between on premises data centers and AWS, addressing scalability, data consistency, disaster recovery, and security. It allows for dynamic scaling and efficient resource utilization based on demand while maintaining compliance with regulatory requirements. Adjustments can be made based on specific enterprise needs and compliance standards. Do you have any better solution in your mind? Please write that in the comment section. We can discuss it further. If you want to go for any AWS certifications, you can find the current, valid, and updated questions tutorials in the description. All the best.